Hey, welcome to Dwayne's World. It's me, Dwayne, the Booze and Blogger, coming at you for Friday, May 21st. That's right, Friday of the long weekend. Long weekend of lockdown, of course. But hey, it's a long weekend. Look at it. It's beautiful outside. Sun's shining, birds chirping. It's hotter than hell. So drink a lot of this weekend and you'll be fine. Of course, we're still in lockdown, but hey, we're used to it by now. Thank you so much for the extra subscriptions last week. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. My views went off the charts last week. Thank you so much for that. Again, I really, really appreciate that. Unfortunately, the topic sucked, but shit has to be said, right? So last week we talked about Jeff Peters, right? You didn't know a bit. If you don't know who he was the high school history teacher at St. John's High School in Perth. Molested some of his students, was grooming them for whatever, for his sexually deviant adventures, and he was just sent to jail for 3.5 years. Last week we talked about his co-workers who threw him a party. Today we're going to talk about the dickhead himself. This has been going on, folks, since 2005, at the earliest that I'm aware of right now. I read as many stories from this as I can, but 2005, 2006, how has somebody not known this? And you know what? Somebody has known this. Principal was told this by a parent who found out that their kid was being groomed by this prick, and the principal did absolutely nothing. Part of the reason why this happens is, I really believe that this happens because they're monitoring themselves, and if you like the person you're working with, you're going to take their sides, and unfortunately you're not going to take the side of a fucking child. And the principal took the side, obviously, of the pedophile, and nothing was done about it, so he was free to roam for another 10, 15 years before he got caught. There'd be a lot less problems right now if that prick had been caught long ago. But no, they covered up for him. It didn't happen. I think we need something in the school system. I've tried about this online. That they need an independent inquiry into sexual allegations against teachers, because obviously these teachers and principals and school board trustees, whatever, cannot be trusted with our children's life in the balance. They just can't be. We need an independent auditor of this so that our kids can be safe, which is fucking terrible. We send our kids to school because it's supposed to be safe, and schools have never been 100% safe. Shit's been going on since I was a kid in high school, and it still does. People are saying, well, it's a Catholic thing. No, it's not a Catholic thing, for Christ's sake. It's happened in all the school boards across the world. But this prick finally gets caught. He gets 3.5 years. He only pled guilty because he fucking knew that if all these girls had their way or spoke up and everybody came forward, he would have been in fucking jail a fuck of a lot longer than 3.5 years. And you know what? Good, he should be. People on the school board should be fired, or at least fucking given shit for allowing this to happen. We've got these girls who are going to be suffering this shit. It does. It turns into PTSD, I guess. And they're going to be suffering with this shit all their fucking lives because of a pervert. And the school board allowed this pervert to roam their halls and chase after their kids. And I'm sorry, but when we go to school, the last thing we want to do, especially in high school, is worry about perverted teachers. We want to get through the deal, because high school's a fucking shitty time. Think about it. You're growing. You're going from an adolescent to a teenager, and things are moving and changing in your body and stuff. And you got an asshole like Jeff Peters fucking just jumping in on it. I do. I so feel sorry for these girls. They were totally manipulated. It's not your fault, ladies. I'm unfortunately, there are dickheads all over the world, and unfortunately, you had to deal with this one. Like I said, I have so much respect for the girls that came forward about this prick. I really, really do. You don't know how strong you really are. You will make it out of this, and you'll be okay. You'll conquer it, because you were strong enough to step up and say something. For the ones who haven't come forward yet, your time will come. You will get sick and tired of the memories and shit, and you will come forward. And if you don't, you know what? That's okay too. Everybody handles their trauma in a different way. But we shouldn't. The trauma shouldn't have happened. This dude was brought out in 2000. Like, a parent complained earlier, years and years ago, and he was never fired, he was never suspended, he was never nothing. And they didn't listen to the girls. We have to listen to our children. We have to listen to our children. You know what? If you're not 100% sure, suspend them. I don't care if you suspend them with pay or not until they get some sort of hearing, but suspend them. They should not be teaching our kids. As soon as one complaint comes through, we have to believe our children, because we just can't have this. There are too many people in this world who have been molested when they're younger, and like, school should be a safe zone, and it just wasn't for these ladies. And it really, really fucking sucks, and it really pisses me off that nothing was done about this prick. This prick was smart too. He manipulated something like crazy, and he pled guilty because he knew that he would go to jail for 20 years. But he took the lesser of the deal. So I really hope more girls come forward, because then they can add more charges to it, and they can extend his stay in the Crowbar Hotel, and which means his asshole will go like this, because, they don't like pedophiles in jail, apparently. So there's always that hope, folks. But for these girls that came forward, bravo, like, cheers. You ladies are superheroes. Absolutely. Stepping up and doing it. I don't care if it took you years to do it, but you did it. Thank you. I'm glad you did. You got one of these deviants out of the school board system. And let's hope we can control and track down a bunch more. Let's keep this going, folks. We need to. We got the prick in Orleans for the Catholic school there. We've got Cathcart from Smiths Falls a couple of years ago. Keep it up, folks. Girls, stay strong. You will get over this. I am positive. Thank you so much for coming forward. And your strength is absolutely beautiful. Anyways, I've got another episode of this on Monday along the same area. So I'll be gone until Monday. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. Be nice to your neighbors. Follow all the rules for social distancing. And remember, don't be a fucking asshole!
Dwayne's World. Dwayne's World. Dwayne's World.